Hello.
Hello.
Happy October. Today is Sunday, October 15th, and we are
The Sable Stitchers.
I'm Roberta.
I'm Lenny.
You can find me on Instagram at Roberta Lyle.
And I'm just plain old L. Eisenberg.
And this is a video that is mostly about cross stitch, and we are happy to be here today. This is our Flosstube number 38.
Yay!
So,
welcome back, everybody.
yeah, so today we're going to talk about what we've been stitching. You know, we always have plans for, what we want to do in the next couple of weeks, and I was going to talk about the hobby house retreat that I just attended last week. Seems like time flies, doesn't it? But it was a week ago, so I was going to talk a little bit about that, and also maybe a couple of things about some upcoming retreats. But we usually start with a little bit of a life update, so
Oh gosh. Well, I know you have a lot.
a little bit.
My big boys play football for DeSoto. I stop and think. But one's a sophomore, one's a senior. But my sophomore got to move up to varsity for this game, and they clobbered the other team. It was like 56 to nothing. But anyway, it was the first time that they played on the team together on the field at the same time. So it was pretty exciting to see.
Well, that's exciting. Yeah,
And
that would
then-
be a lot of fun. And the weather was a little better for football.
Oh, it was a
wasn't
great football weather.
It's been so hot here, and we finally have some fall. So that's
55
kinda nice.
today, so I love it. And then Grant had his second homecoming last night. So they all came over to our house, to their house to take pictures. So I got to see all the girls and the boys, and oh God, those boys are so silly, 15-year-old boys. And the girls were just like attached at the hip, but short dresses again, but they were cute. They were very cute. So, and he got home, the dance was over. Well, they had a dance and then they had a party afterwards, and so it was over at 12 o'clock. So he got home a little bit later. He was still sleeping when I left this morning.
Oh,
so.
well, teenagers.
Anyway,
yeah,
yeah,
I remember
teenagers.
those days.
But anyway, and that's it. Just an update on Ike. He is doing really well. I actually caught him doing dishes this morning, so he's getting around much better. So just in case anybody was wondering, and I know you all had prayed for him, so he's doing better, much better.
Yeah, we get about almost every video. Some people will ask for an update on how he's doing. So
much better.
well, very good.
All right.
Well, yeah. So like the week before, I went to the cross stitch retreat. It was the Primitive Needle Arts Primer at Hobby House in New York, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. And then for the past week, we've had my son and his family here, including
Clara.
our granddaughter Clara, who's 3.5, and she is so busy. We went to the pumpkin patch. I remember all we did. We went to pumpkin patch. We went to Deanna Rose, which is kind of like a petting zoo, and it also has it's like a little town. It has a general store and a old schoolhouse, and just really pretty grounds. They have master gardeners keep the flowers and the plantings up, so it's usually just a really pretty setting. And so we went there one afternoon. That was fun. We went to Wonderscope, which is our children's museum, and I had never been there before.
I have a long time ago, but I'm sure it's changed a lot. So it's just so much fun.
It was so funny. They had, this little kitchen thing, and they had like little chef's costumes the kids could wear.
Do they still have the grocery store, where they go to the market?
No, I don't think they had. I didn't see that.
And they picked corn.
No.
Oh, darn.
I didn't see that, but
Okay.
it was a very nice setup for a kitchen, and Clara's mom and I are sitting at the counter, and these other two girls, their mom was sitting there, and it was like competitive cooking. They were all like, slamming stuff on the plates and getting out the pots and pans and like rushing the food to us. So it was so funny. And then we went outside, and they had a very nice playground outside, including this climbing structure. And, Clara's going up and she gets close to the top and starts coming down. I said, oh, yay, that's good. And she's like, I'm going to go to the top. And I said,
She has
that's
no
really,
fear.
really high, And so she gets up to the top. She's very, very determined. She's not a big kid. She's really petite. So she gets to the top and she turns around and she said, I don't have a plan for getting down.
I don't have a plan.
So luckily there was another lady there with her toddler who apparently teaches climbing techniques to kids, because she went up and said, now you have to back down, don't come down frontwards, and so she helped guide her back down. I guess, and I hadn't shared this, but the other news is Claire's going to have a little sister in April. So Kristen obviously couldn't be doing the climbing. So that was, and she has names.
Smile, Grandpa! Smile!
Clara has names picked out. Rosalind or Rosamond, I think.
Rosamond, maybe.
And
That's on TV.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Elsa.
Elsa.
And then apparently she woke
Frozen.
up one morning last week and told Kristen she likes the name Heidi.
Heidi's good. And then if she has we know it's a sister?
It's a good little girl.
Oh, she'll have someone to play with. Oh, that's so much.
Yes.
I love when I had my little sister.
So that was fun. And then, so my son has a consulting business, and he was gone 3 days on business and came back. And the next night, he and his wife were going to go out for a date night. And so they were getting ready to go out, and my husband was going to go to the gym. And so he gets dressed and leaves. And Clara told me he went out on date night too. So I don't know if I should be a little concerned.
Jim. He's sitting right over there, so I'm looking at him.
So
I can hear you.
So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It was, she's just busy. So there was not a lot of stitching done, maybe a couple of hours in the evening after she went to bed. And then they left yesterday, and the house seemed so quiet and empty after they'd gone. So after a week of that, you just don't realize it's like, oh my goodness. So kind of nice to be back to the normal schedule, but also, a little sad.
Sad as
But
they're
we'll see her
gone.
again soon. So,
Well, yes, you will.
so that was it.
Well,
Do you have a joke?
I do have a joke I was going to talk about earlier, and I forgot. So who did the ghost bring to the dance at homecoming?
I don't know.
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Okay, we'll get started.
Okay. Were you going to answer questions, or what? You said you were going to mention something from last time, or?
No, I forgot. Oops, I don't know.
Do you want me to talk about the hobby?
Yeah,
house
why don't you
retreat?
do
Okay.
that?
So, I had signed up for this about a year ago. This was an event that was 2 years in the planning. It was hosted by Hobby House and by Lisa Prims on Greenway, and then also, I think I have to look this name up. It's a gal from Woolen Willow, is it?
Michelle.
Michelle from Woolen Willow.
Oh.
We're the creative directors
I
for
wish
it.
I had gone.
It
Looked so.
It was so wonderful. So when Susan Stanley was supposed to be the speaker for the event, and if you follow her Flosstube, and you should, because she always has a lot of great information, she had some health challenges and was not able to go. So Stacy Nash was the one who took her spot, and did not have a workshop per se, but she had we all got a special project, and then she also talked a little bit about designing samplers and that sort of thing. So it was really, really interesting. But like I said, it was 2 years in the planning, and the first night we were all able to go get this basket. These are handmade by an Amish gentleman. And so they all had like a little bit different, colors. And I picked the burgundy one. Really great size for having, a variety of projects in it and that sort of thing. And it's signed on the bottom. I think he's from Poland, New York, but very nicely made. That was pretty special.
That's a nice swag bag.
I know. Lisa handmade name tags for all of us with her. She calls it her fancy writing. I mean, they're very well made. She put the name tags on. This has a fabric backing, and then they're backed with scrap paper. And then we all got
That's so nice and tight. I mean, that's like a drum.
I know. It's just so beautiful. I want to wear that all the time. And then we had a couple make and takes. Michelle gave us all these little needle books. I just got started on mine, and there was a lot going on. It included all the different fabrics. I mean, to make this I think there was 140 attendees is pretty amazing, I think.
And they cut those out.
Very nicely made. She had things you could do like covered buttons. She had the supplies to do all of that. So you need to get back to that and finish it. And then Lisa gave us all, Lisa had another make and take, and it was these little booklets. And I did not realize, I don't know why I didn't realize it, but I just watched her video.
And to find
this is a paper bag, and then she put, was it hair conditioner
on it.
And
she crinkled it all up first.
Yeah, crinkled it up. I mean, look at that. Crinkled it up.
Leather.
And then I think she inked it because you can see it has it looks very textural, and then she put Mod Podge on it to set it. And then sewed them, they're all sewed together with a little vintage map inside. And then what our make and take was she gave us these sheets of paper, which is called, if you're a bookmaker, it's a signature, and we put them together, and then we attached them into this little booklet.
She's so creative.
I know. To make that for 140 people, that was amazing. And so that was, we got off to a spectacular start with that. And then, as I mentioned, Stacy Nash spoke, and she spoke about, old samplers, and that people will say, why didn't you put an S in them? And just talked about how our alphabet evolved, and and why there's sometimes no S's, sometimes they don't have J's. I'm trying to think, is also U's they sometimes don't have. The first old sampler I bought, it took me a while, but I was finally looking at the alphabet. The little girl did 2 alphabets, and it goes, Stevie, instead of W, is it U W? No, was it W X Y Z U V W U V W? It goes V U on both alphabets. And it took me a while. I was looking at that, and it's that's then, because that was obviously part of her. Who knows, if she was 8 or 9, she might have just been learning how to read or something, or that's how she was remembering the alphabet.
And we have to sing it.
So here, I know. So here's I don't know it off the top of my head either. So this is the kit we got from Stacy Nash.
I love it.
We got all the finishing supplies. It's just spectacular. And then we had the option of specifying what count of linen. So I got mine on 40 count linen. And I don't know what the linen is in this, but
looks perfect.
Yeah, isn't that really pretty? So isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful. Boy, that's going to look really good. Oh,
so it's fall colors.
Ribbon.
Has all of the finishing supplies. So that was a very nice extra.
You have to start that one.
Yeah. So
get right on that, Rose.
Yes, I will. And then we also, Michelle made this for everyone. These little pockets, and they have a little pair of scissors in them.
Wow.
Aren't those adorable?
Look how well they're
fabric. And then it just also says
she's been a busy girl.
I know.
And I know Lisa had said it's been kind of 2 years in the making for the retreat.
Yeah.
But it was...
You can see why. So
it was very special.
Yeah, all of the details were just spectacular, just out of this world kind of thing. So, what else? So there were, I'm trying to think how many designers there were. There were several different classes you could take. You could take up to 4 classes. There was, a morning and afternoon class each day. And you automatically were enrolled in 2 classes of your choosing. There was a way that you selected your first and second choices, and they, put people into their, as much as possible, their first and second choices. And then you could take an optional 2 classes. I only took the 2 because I have so many kids, you can only do so much. But there was a lot of people who did take all 4.
Wow.
And so there was a big stitching room, and we were all in that stitching room for the presentations
How many
and the
people
make and
were
takes. I think it was 140.
Okay.
It was a big ballroom. And then I didn't take any classes from Maggie Bonanami because I'm going to see her next week in Spring Green. And so she was one of the teachers, and her project was it was a beautiful kind of a fall wool applique piece with pumpkins on it and a beautiful urn. There was Teresa Miller, and I was not familiar with her, but she did an embroidery
She's always
class.
She's in primitive.
That's what the punch needle and primitive stitching. Yes, she did. I mean, her project was adorable. Kathy Barrick and Liz Matthew were there, and Liz did a punch needle piece, which I didn't take. I took Kathy's cross stitch piece, and then we had a little special project with her. And then Leanne from 1897 Schoolhouse was there, and I took her class too. It was it was fabulous. It was so much fun. So the first class I took was with Kathy Barrick, and here is the piece that we received from Kathy, the embroidery piece we got from Kathy, and I haven't touched that yet. But it's a sampler, and we got some of her special identification tags that you can put on the back of your sampler.
Show the back.
It has when you created the sampler, and
all that. This is how long it takes me to finish that.
Yeah, she has some of her spooky Halloween ones. Gonna see. Oh, this is not the patterns. This is just the floss rings for the floss for the pattern.
Pretty.
So it's called The Beauty of Autumn. So that was really pretty, and they had the finished piece there as well. But her special, and she talked about how these were created like a lot of times as like a birth, not an announcement, but just kind of a memory of when children were born. And you can see this one had, I think, like 6 different birth years for the children in the family.
Oh, that's cool. Never heard of that before.
So that was her inspiration. Here's the actual piece that we got.
Love the deer.
And then this was kind of like what you could have done for the other project. So
this I've never seen before.
So there was probably about 25 of us in this class, and they also did it. I think they also did it in Liz's punch needle class because I saw someone else from our table working on it. And Kathy had sewed together these little pockets. We turned them, we stuffed them she brought sawdust, and we stuffed them with sawdust. And that is quite time consuming.
I was going to say, I bet that was...
She had little funnels, cardboard funnels that helped. But it's time consuming because you want it to be really, really firm so the pins will stick. And then she would come along and give you all these wonderful old buttons and the string to make like a little handle. So you made that. And then she gave us a variety of designs, and you would cut out the design and put it on your pillow, and then you just filled it in. She gave us a package of pins, and then she came around and gave us additional pins as needed. And you just stuck the pins in. They're not glued in there. They're just stuck in there. And that's...
They're head pin, just little...
So they were, I think they're called applique pins.
Oh, the little tiny ones.
They come in, they're by Dritz, and they come in a little package like this.
What a cool idea.
I was just, any project like this, I just get kind of obsessed about getting it done. It probably took me about 2 hours to do that. And then you wet the paper, and then she gave us tweezers, and it takes some time, depending on how detailed your design is, to pull away all the extra paper. So,
but that is really cool.
Hi friends, this is Roberta. I'm actually in the bedroom upstairs at Country Sampler. I drove up here today for a retreat, but I wanted to pop on really quick because I'm going to be uploading our Linny and my latest video, and as I was thinking about it, I realized that when I did a little recap about the retreat at Hobby House, I didn't take enough time to say how appreciative I was for everyone who came up and said that they watch our videos and introduce themselves to me. I mean, you just don't know how much that means to me, and I sometimes don't know what I think about when I do my videos, because it was really important. I wanted to come on and be sure I mention that because it means the world to me for someone to introduce themselves. I'm glad you feel um, that you can approach me. I hope you do, and I wish I could sit and visit with everyone and get to hear your stories, because that's what that's really one of the reasons we started our videos, is to build community, and it's just always a pleasure to meet people. So thank you for doing that. I just wanted to pop on and say that real quick, and I'll just kind of insert this at the end of my hobby house recap. Bye. Okay, since I had to get up to stop the video and go get a book I wanted to show you, I also got the sampler I was talking about. And this is the one, QRST. You can see here, she has VU, and then down here, this is a lot more ghosty, but she also, in this second set of alphabets, also has them out of the VU out of order. So that was my first old sampler that I bought. This is not an original frame, but the dealer who sells these has someone who will cut down old frames. And
the back is cool.
Yeah. So love that. But yeah, it took me a little while to notice that, she has the alphabet out of order. So we've talked about these books in the past. These are just wonderful books. And this is one that I had the sense not to get rid of when I was downsizing 5 years ago, because I love these books so much. And this is where I first saw these pillows. So you can take like simple designs, you can take words, you could do little quilt patterns, anything you want. And just these, they must have used some kind of little black pins. I don't know if they dyed the pins, the head of the pins black, possibly.
I love that book.
But anyway, it's a great project. It was very time consuming. I don't know that I would do a lot more on my own, but it's very fun. A really nice reminder of the class and the event. So that was a lot of fun. And then the other class I took was by Leanne of 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers, and she had a fabulous sampler. I will insert a picture of the original here. And
That's got your name written all over it.
I know. It was so beautiful. It's a huge sampler. She said this was the biggest sampler she's reproduced. And she talked about the process for picking colors, and if you watch other designers or listen to other people talk about old samplers, they'll talk about how sometimes people pull the colors from the front, sometimes they pull them from the back. A lot of it is just kind of personal preference, what appeals to you, kind of thing. And so she talked about that and showed how if she's doing a sampler, she will pick out a range of colors that would be similar to, like maybe the blue that's in here, or maybe the brown, and look at it, check them out through different times of the day, because, depending on the light, they look different in different lights, and kind of narrow it down that way. But it was just...
Oh, you started it?
I did. I was absolutely obsessed about this, because we not only got the pattern for this sampler, she did... at least 2 other smalls. She took both of these bands and charted them with the border all the way around. So you could stitch them as a drum, stitch them and turn them into a drum. You could stitch them as just a long piece. And I just love this so much. I did go ahead and start on this, and this is, I guess this is on a this is on 40 Count Patriot Sprue by R&R. So that's my, and I indicated here. Let me pull this out. I wasn't quite sure. If I'm going to do this into a drum or whatever I'm going to use it for, I'm not going to need a lot of linen. But I indicated there what the top was so that when I come back, I'll know which direction to go. So just got a tiny start on that, but I love this so much. This was...
I like the little pouch bag for
I know,
the
isn't
floss.
that... This is, what we got all the floss in. If you
I did see a picture. There was a picture of you on Lisa's
the video.
Flosstube. Yeah, I go, hi, Roberta.
Oh. This was a gift, and I'm already putting it to use, but this was the floss colors. Aren't those awesome?
Beautiful.
So beautiful. That was so much
And the
fun.
ring's pretty cool, too.
I know, and that was from...
And
That
thank
was
you all
from-
for sharing. Sharing?
Janine,
For sharing
Janine
with me.
Allen. That was... Yeah, got a few special gifts when we were there. So that's kind of a brief flyover of the classes I took. I'll talk a little bit more about, I also got a little bit of stash. I didn't go crazy. If you haven't been to Hobby House before, they have two different shops. I only made it into the cross-stitch shop. They had a ton of linen, and they had a lot of patterns, a lot of floss. The only thing I bought was linen, I think, at the shop. And they are going to be moving, and I'm not sure how soon. I got the impression that it's going to be very soon into a location where they will have the cross-stitch, the wool, and the quilting stores all under one roof. So
that'd be nice.
that should be in the works by, I would think by next year. It sounds like they're just in the process of renovating the building that they're going to be moving into. But I met a lot of really nice ladies here. I'll insert some pictures of the ladies who were at my table here. A lot of fun to meet. They were all new to me, and got some wonderful.
friends.
I know, some very wonderful gifts. I guess I did open this because I'm already using the floss holder in that piece, but this little scissor holder, those adorable scissors, coordinating adorable scissors.
I was honored to share, so thank you very
And those
much.
are from Janine, and with her sweet kitty, I used to have we had two black and white kitties, so thank you for that. An adorable mug map from Monica, a hooked mug mat.
So thank you, Monica,
charms.
for sharing.
The
Rug
little
hooking.
scissor pull.
This reminds me of my sister. She was a rug hooker. So she made all the grandkids and myself a hooked rug. So very priceless to me.
And they're
So
backed, just backed very nicely.
So thank you.
Thank you. We both received little, flip yours. We got little pins from
Little
Margaret.
angels.
Thank you so much.
And we got this from Jackie.
That was from Jackie at our table. Just a little packet of goodies.
Thank you, Jackie.
All these really helpful little
sharing.
things.
I love this cream.
So if you are going to a retreat, and one of the questions we get a lot from people attending for the first time and wanting to know what to bring, you can see there's just a whole range of things that people will bring to retreats and, give as gifts to table mates or to other people that maybe they've crossed paths with before or whatever. So we
Retreats are
appreciate all
great. I wish I could go to all of them.
that. I know.
It's
It's always
just
fun.
so much fun. Love to see the designers and what they're sharing. And so
And then just one other special, I didn't know she was going to be there, but I got to meet Valerie from Stitching in the Barn.
Oh.
Yes, she was at the retreat.
As a guest?
Yes, she
Okay.
was an attendee. And I told her how much we all miss her videos, so I'm hoping she will start filming
Back up
again. She's doing well, and she was a delight to visit with. I only talked to her just briefly. but hopefully we will see her start filming again.
So, all right.
I'm probably forgetting. I will go over my stash when we do stash, I think.
Okay.
But I feel like I've been talking forever.
Well, that's okay.
And it was really fun. It was just...
It's a lot to share.
You know, Lisa has said this. If you haven't watched Lisa, Prims on Greenway did a really great overview of the retreat. And she had pictures of all the projects that were shared there. And it was a wonderful event. I'm very happy I went, but it was a huge undertaking, and I don't think it will be done again in quite that
I think they
format.
even said that they weren't going to
repeat
it. Maybe in some other form.
It was a lot of fun. And then, so I think it started Wednesday night. I flew in Wednesday, started Wednesday night. And
You're a big girl, flew to New York all by yourself.
It wasn't too bad. It was, you know, and actually I flew all the way with Jackie, who I met in the airport at like 5 a.m. at Kansas City Airport. So that was a lot of fun. And then met up with her friend in Chicago, and then we ended up sitting at the table together. And
that's
so
great.
That was a lot of fun.
Hi, Jackie.
Yes. And what was I saying? Oh, the Woodcliff Hotel where the event was held was beautiful. The food was great. You know, there was a couple days we ate outside because it's like on a hill, and you know, all around you just see all the rolling hills covered with trees. I mean, it's like the quintessential New England kind of landscape that you think of. And so
never been up there.
It was just beautiful. The staff was very, very kind, very helpful, and can't recommend it enough. So I am planning to go back. They just announced when we were there, they talked about they're going to have a second session of the event that what did they call it? It's My Life as a Sampler Too, with Vicki Jeanette and Tanya Brockmeyer.
I saw that.
And so I saw Julie Kursavi was also at the retreat. Hi, Julie, and got to meet her, and that was so nice because I've always, you know, been part of some of her different Facebook groups, and it's always nice to meet someone in person and put a face with a name. But she was telling me about it as well, and then she posted it on the Facebook group when registration was going to go live for the event, and it was yesterday at noon Eastern time, and so I jumped on and registered, and so I am signed up to attend that retreat next year. It's going to be October 25th through 27th, and they opened it to previous attendees first, got the first option to register, and then they opened it to new attendees. And so I think they had just a limited amount of slots available, and they're now on a wait list. So
you're gonna have a good time.
Yes. So and like I said, go ahead and sign up. They had like 50. He told me they had 50 on the wait list for Nicola Parkman's event next year. But that's a year away, and
you never know.
If they have 250 slots open, you know, it's not like everyone on the wait list is going to say, oh yeah, I can go now, because things change, or they make other plans, or it's too close for them to, you know, change their schedule. So I highly recommend getting on the wait list and seeing. You never know if there's going to be an opening.
Yeah.
If you're really interested. So
Yay! Well, we're glad you're back.
Well, I'm
and
glad
brought lots of goodies.
Yes. It was a lot of fun.
Do you have some previous finishes?
This is not one of my previous finishes, but when we were at Stitch Group last year, you know, when you're at Stitch Group, a lot of times people will bring patterns and, you know, things to give away, and we will draw names or numbers, put our names in a bucket and draw names, and I won this last year. And I'm thinking maybe it's either Pineberry Lane or Not Forgotten Farm. There was a period of time where a lot of different designers were doing, you know, a series of you know, little projects with the same names on it. And I think Pineberry Lane was Fancy Blackett. She had a lot of Fancy Blackett things. I love this. It's the little witch in the garden, or, you know, in fall.
I love the witch. And I like the orange where the house is I like the orange stripes.
Like it looks like a little log
Log
cabin.
cabin.
This is,
the
how would you
gate.
say this? Azaya Nye. And this was done by our stitching friend Denise, who used to do models for Corbin Mill for the needlework, for the old mill needlework at Corbin Mill in Liberty. So love that. I'm so excited to be displaying that this year. I think
Fun.
that was my previous finished not by me.
Okay,
You
well,
got a few.
I have a little bit. Last time I talked about where we were in Lexington and we stopped. Maggie Bonomi wasn't there, but we did find other stores to go into. And I was telling you about that one frame that I found, and this is it. And looks like it's taken from a dictionary if you look at the words, but then they stamped these bats on it. So I just thought it'd be a cute finish. I have a very small owl that I'm
that'd be
stitching
cute.
right there, and I think I'm going to put it to where you can still see the background.
That's
and
a great
It won't
idea.
take up too much room. So I'm stitching on that. But that was what I bought at Lexington. And then
I thought those were paper. Those are stamped.
I think they're stamped.
I think you're right, because I think you can see it through them.
Because you can see the words.
That's adorable.
So I think they just stamped on the paper and then put them
And
in
that's
the
a
frame.
great, it has, the great kind of aged look on the paper.
So I think that's a clever
very
idea
fun.
for, satisfactory, satisfy. Yeah, definitely came from the dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then this, if you've been with us, then you've probably seen this before, but I finished this last year. Jardin Privé, ABC,
Halloween ABCs?
Halloween, ABC, I think it's ABC Halloween. We just looked at it. Anyway, if you look under Jardin Privé, this frame will show up.
That's adorable.
And I just stuck it in a frame.
So cute.
Okay. And I did finish. I figured it out. Here, let's see.
Several people had some suggestions or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I did figure out my ribbon.
and we got to see Stacy brought her finished piece to
Stacy's.
Stitch Group last week.
So I was able to get under my glued part on the inside.
Okay.
I was able to get under there
That looks
with a little and but anyway, so got it figured out. And so I got my ribbon in.
okay.
So
Adorable.
I knew that
Very cute.
I knew there was something more to that. And let's see. I just brought I found this little piece at Target, and they came in black. It was in the dollar spot, and they came in black and they came in orange, and I kind of used it for my dough bowl. And I know maybe some of you have seen these.
And our friend Stacy was showing us pictures of this too, and she has little figurines in hers, like little Halloween figurines that she's collected over the years. But this is so cute.
So
That's a great idea to use it for like your Halloween
this was one of my
stitches.
This was a free one from La Di Da, and I think that was from the Housewives,
Cute.
and I think that was from the
I
Housewives,
think so. So cute.
and
Oh, Prairie Schooler.
a Prairie Schooler.
And then from Michelle.
This is from Under the Wool and Willow, and she has a book. I didn't bring it, but I've got a lot of her things done. It's October, and I bought this in Greenwood. I just thought that was.
It's just a little town near us.
Yeah, it's just like a little antique. But I just thought I love sunflowers, but so that was cute. And just another thing I bought at a craft store, and another thing I bought. There's a lady that makes these flannels. I didn't bring any other ones,
Cute.
but I have a ghost and Frankenstein and pumpkins and then let's see, I have this one, and if you have the book, I bought these as a kit, but if you have the book, it's not I mean, it just takes a little piece of wool, and they're just fun to make.
And did you show this one? This
Yes.
is La Di Da. Okay. I must have been
And
organizing.
and something on the back,
It's so cute.
candy corn, and just a little ghost on the back. So, anyway, those are just kind of
I just want to play with these.
that's what I said. I want to make more littles. I've been stuck with some big projects, and so it's like I want to make some more littles. Let's see, and then
So one of the other, I'll show some finishes here. So one of the other things I did last week is, and I had scheduled this before I knew my son and family, his son family were coming. I met with a friend of mine from church who was like one of my longtime lay leaders, and when she was at my retirement party, she said, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know you do cross stitch. I've been doing it since the '80s," and so
all this time,
I know it's I didn't post a lot on Facebook, and I didn't post a lot on Facebook when I was working of my finished projects because it made me kind of uncomfortable when people who knew me in a professional setting would comment on it, and because not everyone gets why you do cross stitch, so I didn't usually post on it, so that was why people didn't know about it. And so I met her, and she brought a lot of her finished pieces and was just looking for some finishing suggestions. So I'll insert those pictures here because I had not seen any of these before.
were they older ones?
Probably and she buys things off of Etsy too, and I don't know, there's a plethora of Etsy shops I don't know about, but she had one that was from a book I think it's a book by Mill Hill, and it's based on the artwork of Jim Shore, and it's the 12 Days of Christmas, and she is going to make it into a table runner. And her story was that she started it before COVID, and then during COVID, she and her neighbor would get together outside, and I think the neighbor knitted or did something, and she would work on this piece. And they were able to meet and do that outside every week for, during COVID. And so she was able to finish this, and it's a lot of colors. It's very detailed. But what I thought was really interesting is at the bottom, she stitched the religious meaning of each of the symbols of the 12 days of Christmas, and that was something she added on her own. So I thought that was really
neat.
cool. So and the other ones were just, I think I did a suggestion for a pillow. She has a piece that she just had the pattern for that was the girls from Little Women, the three, characters from Little Women that she was going to make.
Stitching? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, no, they're just like in a row. There's three little figures in a
I was
row.
thinking Sarah's Stitchy Spot has that beautiful Little Women.
This was from, I think there's you can buy a subscription, and this designer was doing a series of book characters. And so she didn't buy the subscription. Linda didn't buy the subscription, but what she said is after 3 months or after a certain period of time, you could buy the individual patterns.
Oh, okay.
So she waited, and she got the Little Women pattern, and I suggested she put that on a book, because it was just small. And I thought, so that was fun to see, stitching from someone I knew from a different life. And, and just kind of goes
Small
across.
world.
Yeah, all different walks. So
Okay, let's see. Well, I'm also working. Well, I have some other cross stitch. Oh, I know. What did I do with it? Speaking of books.
ooh, oh,
This is the one I was talking about. Okay, Kathy Lounsbury on her Flosstube,
I need
so-and-so's,
to watch that.
had featured this book. Oh, let me pull out the
Okay.
patterns. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I would do everything that's in this book. And I think Kathy said she did, but I did do it. I did pick one out, and I did this little hand right here. And so there's my little glove, and I embellished it a
Very
little bit,
cute.
put some lace on it and some pink pearls on the cuff and some pink ribbon. But oh my gosh, it's called So Many Notions, and it's by Debbie Busby. But I bought it for, I mean, I love that.
Oh, yes.
And then the back, it's got lots of tomatoes in there, and you know, just some yellow wool, and then nothing's to gauge, but just little black whip sewing, make it look like a ruler.
I know that is so cute. That I saw that on the.
And you could put stitch.
That's so smart.
But
How
just
cute is
a
that?
darling book. And then I kind of got into wool a little bit, and I've been wanting to do one of these kitty cats, one of those retro. And this was Vintage Vibe, and they have a lot of the retro things inside. But I love that
Look at
little.
this needle keeper. Look at the tomato needle keeper. I love needle.
They
books.
also have one in there
Adorable.
that has it's a spool. If you. So there's like you could make a little
bookmark.
look like a ruler. Don't measure anything
So
by it.
No, that's adorable.
But this book, it's Buttermilk Basin's Vintage Vibes, and let me get to the. I'll look at this vintage.
Did you get this online or did you
Amazon.
Amazon? Okay.
Yeah. Look at that retro snowman. Isn't he cute? Look at his little face. He's so cute.
This is great because a lot of times there's a book I was trying to see what the. So I hope this is helpful. We're to see how many different projects there are in here because, if you're going to
just pick it.
invest in a book, I mean, it's one thing to see a pattern because you see what you're making, but to invest in a book, you never know how many things might be in there that
This
would
is
be good to
like,
make.
there's the kitty cat.
Very cute.
And there's a Halloween owl. And
Oh, he's cute.
isn't he cute?
Oh, I love him.
So I just think he's cute. And then
With his little hat.
they had these stacked pumpkins.
That was like,
And just cute. Then it kind of goes through the seasons.
very cute.
So
There's a
anyway,
picture and
these
show.
are just some things because I kind of got. I have so much wool, left from my sister, and I do have a sad note. I forgot. My brother-in-law passed away this past week. He was my sister's husband, so I'm happy that they're reunited again. I know it's sad, but we are happy for them that they're all up in heaven with his mom and dad and their dogs and Lori. And so anyway, just a little thought about Kenny.
And you had the memorial service last week. and
Yes,
so, yeah.
we did. And but it was a celebration of his life. Kenny was a great guy. He had many friends. He was an anesthetist. He always told people he passed gas.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
but he meant on his face.
Yes.
He was a very humorous man, very humorous, and we will miss him.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But anyway, okay, happier things. I also have. I have a few squares to sew. I'm making another rag quilt, and these are all beautiful fall
That is
colors,
pretty.
flannel. So with a lot
A
of,
stack of happiness.
and that's only half of it.
Oh,
But
they're so soft.
so it's going to be a rag quilt. So I'm going to work on that for the. I've got to get it done before November because it takes a long time to cut these things into rags. You sew them together and then you cut them into rags.
And someone else asked me asked us after last video after you showed it for some more kind of instructions, and I inserted a link to a who was it? I think it was a fat quarter video. She has one on doing. Oh,
Oh,
that was the other
string-
one. That was a
string
string quilt.
quilt.
I'm getting mixed up. So,
But you can
you
go.
showed so much.
You can go to just type in string quilt tutorial, and there's so many out there for the string quilt, and then for the rag quilt, if you just type in rag quilt
Yes.
tutorial, there's all different kinds. Some are, you know, some may help you and some may not. But
I think what you mentioned on the string quilt is people do it different ways, and it looked like the Fat Quarter Shop did it theirs the same way you do yours with
Okay.
the fabric backing.
you're sewing the blocks all the same direction. It doesn't make any difference because you can turn them any way you want to. So they're all going slanted corner to corner. So, and then you can put the size of strips you want till you fill up a 10-inch square. Okay. Well, I know I said this last time it wouldn't be a floss tube if I didn't show this, but this one has
It's
been
worthwhile to see.
in big trouble. And it's not its fault. It's all my fault. But I did get quite a bit done. So
That's beautiful.
that's where I am. However, I had this whole side, this side, all the way done to the bottom. You know, and I wanted to check to see if it matched over here. Well, guess what, guys? It didn't. Up here, I was sewing this late at night because this is a page break right here. I didn't see the shadow of the page break, so it's like 4 lines. So I just copied the same thing that was up here, 4 lines. So and I mean, I had done probably this much. It took me, I don't know, 2 days to stitch it and 20 minutes to tear it out.
Oh, no.
So I kind of put him on hold for a minute just because it's like, I need a break, I think. So, but it's coming. It's coming.
Put that back in.
Okay, thank you. I did get 2 finishes done. I finished, that was in timeout. I finished Heart and Hand. It was a sunflower sampler. So it turned out really cute. It's got a couple beads I still have to put on it. And then I finished Halloween, Not Forgotten Farms,
Cute.
aka Ike and Lenny. So that turned out really cute.
Lori, those are adorable.
So
They are so dapper. He has a little polka dot shirt, and look at the little face on the pumpkin.
he's got little pockets in his
Those
pants.
details. Wow.
So that turned out really
Adorable.
cute.
It is very cute. Very cute.
And let's see, I did start where the bittersweet blooms. Oh gosh, this is pretty.
Oh.
So, and that's what I have so far.
Oh, you got quite a bit done.
And this is done on, I think it's 32. It might be 36. I'm using one thread,
Okay.
so it might be 36.
Might be 36.
But this is the one I think I lost the tag off of.
That was one thing Stacy Nash said is that
I'm
she does
gonna
everything.
start writing
Yeah.
on the top of it.
It's once you lose the tag, that's hard. She said she does everything with one thread because she likes the way it looks. So, if you're kind of
I
on the
did a
fence.
28 with one thread, and
Yeah.
it looked okay.
But did you do it over 1 or over 2?
I did it over 2,
Okay.
so it's very primitive looking.
It depends. I mean, I had one thing that I did over with one thread, and I think it was a lower count, and it didn't look like the picture, and it disappointed me. So,
So,
it's
I mean,
kind of-
I prefer 2 with
Yeah.
28 over 2, unless you did it over 1. And I had this yet to finish. This is like, everybody's got a little drawer, but for Halloween, this is the only one I have left that I haven't finished. And I don't remember where this came from. I know someone did it just recently.
Oh, really? Okay.
Maybe it was could it be a fat quarterly? I don't know.
Oh, no.
But anyway. I did it. I did it on big. I think this was a 10
Oh, wow.
count, and I used three strands.
That's pretty,
So
though.
it's
looks
pretty.
really pretty on the color.
I'll probably make it into a pillow and put it on my shelf, but it was fun to do because it was so big. But boy, does it use up a lot of floss.
I bet.
And I did get a new bag.
Ooh.
This is from a designer that I found, Steno Stitches.
Oh, it's glittery.
And it's got a little bit of glitter to it. And
Sparkly, pretty.
so here's the card. So Steno Stitches. Whoops, there.
And she's out of Kentucky.
So her husband and herself and their pockets. So this has the pocket on the inside here, and then vinyl here, and then she closes it, and then a little thread bed. So very Halloweeny, very cute. And there's my retro cats that I like.
That's very cute.
Okay. All right. We can go in. I think that's it for my previous finishes. So we can go into haul.
I have whips. I have a couple whips.
A couple whips. Okay.
Yes,
I
just a couple.
showed you my whip, so I'm done.
Okay. So I've been kind of obsessed with working on my Halloween feed sack. Halloween feed sack by Carriage House Samplings. And this is the country sampler conversion. So it's a lot darker than what the pattern appears.
I love the muted colors.
Yeah, so I finished the jack-o'-lantern. I've outlined 2 more gourds. I started the words down here. So I really think I'll be finishing this up in time for my birthday. That's what I'm going to take with me next week to work on when I go to the Country Sampler Retreat. This came as a kit, so this is a feed sack. This is the fabric they've included for the back of the feed sack and the handle. Isn't that's just so perfect? So I had a lot of questions about that when I was at the retreat last week.
Yeah, because I don't think I've seen it finished on Instagram.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll see it soon. And then this was a new start. I received this a few months ago because I had signed up for
and that's
this.
what you really wanted.
Yeah, this was, I mean, look at those colors. I really enjoy working on this too. This is a lower count than what I usually do, but this is what, let's see, this is what I have done so far.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Aren't those colors pretty?
Oh, yes.
That is so pretty. And so this came as like a yearly subscription where every 3 months or 4 months, I guess it'd be every 3 months, you get a new design. I've already received the design for winter, and you got these tin round backing pieces and the string for hanging it. And then you can just, replace them. You can magnetize these and, trade it out for every season. And then they always have like another suggestion for this middle piece that says, this one says, gather pine cones. Let me see on the fall piece. Here's the fall piece. This says gather pumpkins. They also have a pattern where if you don't want to say gather pumpkins, you can say gather together. I think the winter one says the alternative is gather memories. So want to get back to doing that and have it ready to go next year because it's getting kind of late to get it done
yes,
this year. But it is fun. It's a lot of fun to work on that.
I'll continue Halloween probably till the end of the month, but then I'm kind of.
You're going into Christmas.
I'm kind of anxious for Christmas.
Girl, I love fall. And this is in a Sheba Designs bag.
Very pretty.
So isn't that pretty? All right. Oh, I forgot one of the designers who was at Hobby House, and I love her. It just reminded me because I made the piece last year. Summer House Stitchworks was there.
Oh.
And yeah.
I like her.
I love her too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just forgot because you just couldn't take all the classes, but so sorry for that oversight.
That's okay.
And then haul. Yay.
Haul. Okay. Well, let me show you my first haul.
We're doing haul in stages today. That's how we roll.
I got a new bag. So much to love. And whoops.
Oh, and your crow for your crow.
For my crow, for all my crow patterns. And well, they can't all fit in there,
Yeah,
but what a
so
beautiful
pretty.
bag.
I love that.
So I guess I took it out. Here it is. It's a Kathy Barrick Crow number 5. I got it from Hillside. Was it Hillside Rookery?
Oh, Olivia's shop.
Yes. And I got the
Did
MPI.
you get kitted up?
I got the MPI silks.
How cute is that?
And it only calls for 4 colors, and they're like.
2018. So this came out in 2018.
And she sent them in this cute little burlap.
Oh, that's cute.
Bag.
I like that.
So I think who
job.
had this done? Is it the Bougie sisters? I think they're the ones that have it done. And if not, I'm sorry. But anyway, I can't imagine that these 4 colors. But I checked, and yes, that's just the 4 colors.
It's just the 4 colors. I was gonna see what the stitch count was on that.
So that was
137 by 159. That's
kind
cool.
of big, but
I like it.
I love the circles. I think
I
that's
love that
I don't
too.
know. I think that's and the crows. So I have all my Hillside Rookery.
Okay, very nice. And so the other thing Kathy Barrick had mentioned was that she is probably not going to be doing, this might have been her, she told us, so I don't think this is like secret, because she told the whole class that was probably her last class, because she wants to concentrate on designing more. And it just takes we don't appreciate all the work that the designers do to get ready and to prepare kits for how many people, are at a retreat.
I know,
but
and just making gifts.
I
know it's,
yeah.
but to do it professionally and then everything else. So
at some point you come to a point where you have to prioritize and decide what you want to do with her time, and she wants to do more designing. So I'm glad we still have her as a designer.
Yay.
But
and
cute.
I think I showed this to you, but I'm not positive. Murder of Crows by Lottie Da. I love Lottie
that.
Da. And then lots of other. I think I showed this to you too. The Trick or Treat. And of course, some of these are now going to have to wait till next year. But
That's a cute book.
yes, it is very cute.
Oh, and did you see Peppermint? Their
Yes.
Peppermint book.
I went, woohoo! Peppermint.
Oh, I'm so glad that one's being re-released.
Yes.
That was one of those that was going for over $100 on eBay.
There was one, I
And I don't think I own that one. Got rid of it.
Anyway, I saw it on eBay, and it was $175, and so I offered, I don't know, $20, $35 or something like that, and he sent me back the nastiest note, and I says, well, then you shouldn't be,
Having
extorting,
pissed off or whatever. Yeah.
So anyway, it was just.
Getting in trouble on eBay.
Yeah, what a rebel. Okay, what else? What do you have?
For stash. So let's see. Okay, this basket over here. Oh, let's see. Oh, I forgot this. This was
lavender.
Yeah, that was from Valerie Stitching in the Barn. Gave me some lavender and also some floss tags. So thank you so much, Valerie. Appreciate that. And I'm sorry, I don't remember who gave those to me.
They're so cute.
I know, aren't those pretty? I guess I didn't write it down. I thought I'd remember, and of course I didn't. So sorry about that. I got a couple of Render Gervais pieces that I did not have on the secondary market, and I didn't think these were unreasonably priced. So Sampler Hill. I've heard other people talk about that one. I love that one. And then Strawberry Hill Sampler. This was, let's see if she put I'm guessing this probably came out 4 or 5 years ago. And I really like that little strawberry keeper.
I'm like,
I think I've seen someone do this for a gift
that one.
for a smalls exchange before. That was really pretty. I'm part of Teresa Kogut and Liz Matthews' Patreon. I don't think I showed this last time, but this is Teresa Kogut's Patreon release for October, and it's the whole sampler, I believe.
oh,
Let's see. Oh, she has this sampler. I guess that one and this sampler. Isn't that pretty? And this is for, I think I'm in level 4. So that was for those
Very
in level
done.
3 and 4. And then today, Liz Matthew is releasing her Patreon pieces on the 15th of the month. And she has October Quakers. Aren't those gorgeous?
Oh,
Wouldn't
I
that
like
be
the ribbon
fun
around.
little one? That,
I like the ribbon around the frame.
oh, yeah. Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty.
On that fab linen. So those are very, very pretty. What else? Oh, and then what I really wanted to do when I was at Hobby House was I wanted to get certain linen, and I was looking for some seraphim linens, and they had a really great selection of seraphim.
So
I have been
pretty.
wanting to buy Boston ever since I saw our friend Jamie did the Teresa Kogut,
The little,
the Americana one.
yes,
Liberty? Is it
No.
Liberty? No.
Land That I Love.
Land I Love on this, and it was
I had to use my hands.
so pretty. And I think this is also what Stacy Nash called for. So this is 40 count Boston.
Gorgeous.
And then I also, let's see, yes, I got 40 count eucalyptus from Fox and Rabbit. And so I am still trying to find the perfect linen to do that. The badger, the peacock badger and unicorn on. So this could,
That could be a good one.
and this also is, I have a Kathy Barrick piece that calls for that. So that might not be.
You know
right,
that green is my favorite. Well, we both share it. Green's our
This
favorite.
is, no, I misspoke. That one, the eucalyptus is for a Kathy Barrick Halloween piece.
Okay.
That I have in a different bag. I thought this was a very nice neutral. This is 46 count winter white.
I like that it's not.
It's so
White.
pretty. I know, it's so pretty. It's very taupey.
Very, yeah.
And I love that one. This is what I bought, Bramble. And I cut it. I think I had trouble reading the tag.
46?
I know, 46 count Bramble. That's what I was thinking about doing that peacock badger and unicorn on. That would be pretty.
I would say
think
that's prettier
That's
because
very
it's
green.
because
I
it
think
has a darker background.
I think that looks more like what the original's
Yeah.
on. So I got that. And then the designers and Lisa and Michelle had trunk shows. And so I got a few things from the trunk show. It was hard to kind of, let's see, this was my big thing. So Kathy Barrick had some of her jewelry there, and someone came in with a couple pieces, and I thought I'd better run right over there because I know it will sell out quickly. So I got this beautiful,
So
it's a slide locket with Joan of Arc on it, beautiful flower, embossed flowers on the back. I forget what these are. This beautiful stones. I love that color. I think that's something I would get a lot of wear out of. And then a little enamel tag on the back.
How different.
So I got that. And okay. And then I got just a couple little things from Maggie Bononomy. She had, isn't this cute? She had these little packets with her, she wrote buttons, and then it's just a bunch
It's all
of little
filled
white
with little
buttons. So those are always just handy to have, and that is just so cute. That would just be so cute for
That's
display.
what I needed for that little tomato. Thank you.
And then she also had a packet of her note cards, There was a lot of other things I would have liked to purchase, but I think I just had my carry-on, and I just had...
It's different when you're
Once
flying.
I got that big basket, I was kind of concerned I was going to have enough room for everything, so...
That clothes inside of it.
Yeah, yes, I do, yeah. that ended up, so what I ended up doing on the way back was checking my suitcase, which was packed full, and then that was one of my
Over your
carry-ons.
carry-on.
So that was
Okay.
on my carry-ons. So I think that was, one more thing. I've been, I think Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher might have
Yes.
shown this planner, and it kind of intrigued me, so I went ahead and ordered it. It is by Lori Six, My Crazy Life, and
There's a lot of information that you could put in there.
Yeah, I like it because it does, it does include the monthly pages. It has some free charts in it by several different designers. And then, but I also like that it has 3 special sections on retreats. And I'm hoping to go to more than 3 next year, but I think I could easily just make some extra copies and insert the extra
Oh, I like
pages.
what it says where you traveled by train.
Oh.
You see that? How did you get there?
Plane, trains, and automobiles. Yeah. So yeah, it has all the information on the cost, the
Well, it has
hotel,
everything
the
in there.
confirmation number. I mean, it had just this very nice section on retreats. Has section for just whatever notes you want to take. I mean, I like it that you don't.
Well, it gives you like your sales, your challenges,
Yeah.
your whips,
There's on the.
Makes it very easy to keep things
Yeah,
organized.
this is like on the back of one of the monthly calendars. It has some additional information you can include for that month. So
Yeah, it's
I
very
really
detailed.
I wanted to check that out,
Yep.
and I think that
It has
will
a
be-
lot more.
I mean, I love the needlework
I do
press
too,
ones
but
too.
I do like that.
But I think because of my retreats and because I was adding extra pages to needlework
Mm-hmm.
press anyway, that one might work a little better for me. I think that was it. Oh, the only other thing I wanted to talk about was who won. I had a question about last time. I had the question about I showed several ball pieces I was thinking about starting, and I asked people to vote on it.
Oh yeah.
And so the totals were
Okay, she showed number of projects to start.
yeah, and I asked people because I love them all. One of them was a Patreon piece by Liz Matthews. It was spooky Boo Haunt or something. And I actually saw someone at the retreat finished it into a drum. It was really
That's
cute.
what I said. It looked like a drum piece.
It was very cute. So that one received 11 votes. I just picked up the new one by Stacy Nash. I think it's Farm something. I don't know. That one received 8 votes. Jack's Bash was coming on strong. That is a Plum Street sampler one that a lot of people are doing right now. That one's 26. Teresa Koget's Halloween sampler received 30, but the Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom got
He was the winner.
51 votes. So that's the piece I will be doing. I will be starting that either on my birthday. I'll probably start that on my birthday, which is at the end of
I
October.
just love his name too.
So we should make it a sal because several people mentioned they wanted to do it too. And so I have the linen. I need to look at collecting the threads. I don't think there's a whole lot of threads, but I'll look at collecting the threads, and then I'll probably see if we can come up with a
Okay.
tag for that and maybe do a sal.
I think I'll have to buy it too.
Yes.
I think we need a joke.
All right.
Okay. What type of pants do ghosts wear on Halloween?
I don't know.
Boo jeans.
Blue jeans. Oh, that's adorable.
Okay.
Pretty.
Well, first of all, say a prayer to St. Anthony because I lost a very important pattern. I got it at Galleria. It was October 31st. I got it all kitted up at Cotton and Linen, and I cannot find it.
Oh my
anywhere.
goodness.
Anywhere. I bought the linen, everything. So I've probably stuck it in a bag with something. So anyway, help me find it. All right.
You did the St. Anthony turnaround. Something lost must be found.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a
One
patron saint of
of my coworkers
losers.
used to do that. So
Anyway, I know I have it.
It'll turn up.
The last 2 weeks I have.
I had that too. It might be what happened. What mine was, it was in a bag of something else.
I'm going to look again with my stuff that I got at Retreat and Galleria. I went through it once, but
something else.
Yes, because I mean I got everything. I was so excited to start it. But anyway, like I said, well, I just love Cottage Garden.
I know.
So this is called.
And they have some new ones out, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
That's cute.
So this one's called The Witch.
The little pumpkin, or the little snowman.
God, and then
that one's really pretty.
and then this is the Needle Worker.
That one matches
Santa,
your
and the sewing machine, and oh God, it's so cute.
That's adorable.
So I know she has more of them, and now that I know that there's a theme, I'm gonna start looking for them. And then of course,
I love the scissors and the little sewing
I
machine.
know the scissors are beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then the buttons.
He has a little bunny in his pocket, I
Oh,
guess.
here, I showed up again. So you see the little, got little buttons on his tummy, and the bunny in his pocket, and the pretty scissors. And
Such a pretty jacket or coatie.
so anyway, I'm anxious to start that.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't have this Prairie Schooler, which I was surprised. So I really liked this one up here with the owl and the crow and the pumpkin. And so anyway, to add to my collection.
Cute.
So very cute. So I don't know if you can see
Someone
this.
had those all on sale on.
Annabella's, I think, she had a big sale going on. And holy moly, I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. And then we had a giveaway. Let's see if there's I wanted to I wanted to mention that the Jingle Ball registration opens Friday night, right? And so I can't really tell you a whole bunch about the Jingle Ball. Check with Lindy Stitches, and I was getting notifications about it through Instagram messaging. If you sign up, you can, she was sending messages through Instagram with updates and the link to sign up. It's an online retreat. I don't know if there's a limit to attendees. It's $10 to attend plus a 61-cent processing fee. And then and I didn't do this last year, so I know I heard people talking about it afterwards. It sounded like a lot of fun. I think there's just different times you can meet up in different rooms with other stitchers I think there's just interviews with the designers or some ways to hang out with the designers. So there's some things that I think are free. And then there's some things that there's an extra cost to attend. And by the time I registered, there were several, I think there's 12 different designers. I don't know if they all offered kitted classes, but it looked like all the kitted classes had sold out. But they would still have like the same class with maybe PDF instructions that you can download. And so one of the classes I really wanted to take was Liz Matthews is offering a class on how to finish her trees, her tree pieces that she designs.
I'm going to out about the frogs.
The glass frogs.
But
they're pretty easy to find.
Yeah,
they're pretty inexpensive. But that'd be pretty. I saw one too. I was like, that'd be a pretty base for that. And so there was a finishing kit or something that sold out, but I was able to get into the class with the PDF. And what I understood from either Teresa Kogut or Liz had mentioned is that there's a time, I think, where you can join the class live, but if you can't watch it live, you will be able to view it later on.
I heard her say that.
So I'm looking forward to doing that, and I think that'll be fun. I think it's still open. What it looked like is you can sign up for these different classes until November 30th.
Okay.
I think that's probably the cutoff date so that they can get things organized and, so that things will go smoothly when things start up.
Yeah, they should really be. It should be fun the second year because first year was kind of a.
Well, anytime you do something new like that and the technology, working out all those little technology bugs. So that will be fun. Hope you can take part in that if that's something you'd be interested in doing.
And it's reasonable. The cost is.
Yeah, $10,
Yeah.
$10.61. Yeah. I just thought something else I was going to mention. I'll come back.
Do you want to give away our
Yes, we
Our
have our
giveaways?
giveaways.
Okay.
And then I have a few more to offer this time.
Yes, me too.
All right. You want to go while I dig
Okay.
mine out from somewhere?
Well, we have our, what do they call them? Our gifts. For pumpkins, I'd like to congratulate, this was the embroidery pumpkin we received from Nat. The hand embroidery pattern by embroidery art by Nat. And it was pumpkins. And the winner for this one is Maggie Watt, W-A-T-T, Maggie Watt. And the second one was also from embroidery by Nat. And the word was hello. And my winner is Emmy Rose, 22A. Is that Emmy Rose, 22A. So gosh, happy embroidering, you guys. I want to do these too.
Okay. I had the linen and the booklet, and the keyword on that one was turtle, and the winner of this giveaway.
Oh, I loved your comments.
I
Oh
know.
my gosh.
I knew people went turtle watching.
Oh my gosh. It is so fun to read your comments.
Those were-
I stitched so slow. I must be a turtle or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys cracked me up.
And the winner of this one is Audrey Pettit, P-E-T-T-I-T. And then my other giveaway was for this Blackbird Designs pattern that I had multiples of because I also have the book. Keyword was September, and the winner of that is Janice Davis. So if you're a winner, please get in touch with us by email. Do you have another one?
I have, well, I have
the giveaway.
the two new ones.
Okay. So email me at sablestitcher22@gmail.com, and we will get these out to you shortly.
Okay.
And then you had
Well, I'm going to share my finishes today. So, Heart and Hand Sunflower Sampler. You guys, this is, I did not use the colors call. I just used colors out of my box. You know, it's pretty easy. So, anyway, let's say sunflower. It's a simple one.
Okay.
And I'd like to
that was so
share my
cute.
Halloween. Little Ike and Lenny. And we'll just say, how about a couple? No. Let's just, no, that's, I'm trying to think of it. Just say owl.
Owl. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I have some linen I'm going to give away. I had started.
Oh, I want some.
Okay. I started a Prairie Sampler or Prairie Schooler.
Oh, no, I don't
Prairie
want that.
Schooler piece.
Sorry.
On this. So there's a lot here, and I'm restarting it on a higher count. This is, what is this? I think this is 28 count chalkboard black.
Oh, that's a good one.
And so the keyword on this one is going to be chalkboard. Stick it on there. And then this is from a kind viewer who sent us a bunch of things to give away earlier this year, and I wanted to go ahead and start resuming getting these out because a lot of them are great ones for the fall, or for winter rather. This is a Twin Peaks Primitives Winter Crows.
Oh,
And it includes the floss for this.
I love that.
I know. You better enter.
I think I'm disqualified.
The keyword for this is winter crows.
Okay, let me write that down.
And then she also gave us the 2022 Santa from
He's cute.
Prairie Schooler, and again all the included floss. So
Thank you very much for sharing with us.
And the keyword for that will be penguins, because this is the one that he has.
Don't they just make you smile?
Look how bright that is. Isn't that fun? And you wouldn't think of it, but
No, you wouldn't.
It's right there. It's the holiday lights. So
They're cute.
all right. And so if you would like to enter, please be 18 or older, because we have to get your address. Please don't say giveaway. And yeah, just look forward to reading. Is there any questions we should have them answer this time?
Oh, we should. I don't know. I should be thinking about this on the way over.
How about what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because that's...
Candy corn.
Oh.
I love candy corn. I used to like those lips that you got in grade school.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
That was one of the things I thought I could do with Clara. I like to put my candy into a little, the little gift bag kind of things and put several kinds in there. And I didn't think she was a big candy eater, but she's not a chocolate eater, which is my go-to thing, but any of the fruity ones.
Oh, she likes
She's
those.
like, can I have this one, Mimi? Can I have this one, Mimi? And, she gets kind of upset if you, no, I don't think you've had enough. Let's not do it anymore.
As they're going, ah!
So we did that one morning and just, okay, that's enough. I think we're good for this time. But, so yeah, let us know what your favorite Halloween candy is.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I like black licorice.
Oh, I love black licorice. What's those? The little Good and Plenty's.
Good and Plenty's are good. Yeah.
Now, we had this conversation.
Yeah.
Probably before the cop story.
Probably a lot of people are like, black licorice, but that's so. And then please like and subscribe to our videos. And then if you hit the notification bell, that will let you know when we post a new video, and we like to keep in touch with you, and so that's kind of the way that we can keep in touch and with each other. We hopefully we'll be back to filming regularly. Like I said, I'll be gone next week, but then hopefully we can film again in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
so
that's still the end of October. Is that the
I know we have if
30th
we film
or
on
the
Monday, I
29th
think it's
or
the
30th?
29th.
Okay.
So we have one more before October.
Yep.
I forgot to mention that I did get to go see my great nephew. I hadn't been able to see him since he's been born. And then he has an older sister, Alice, who's also like 3.5. So Claire's story relates to Alice's story.
Okay.
But the first thing I walked in, they have hardwood floors in their house, and Alice comes up to me and she puts her hands on her hips and she says, "You have to take off your shoes." So I understand totally. And then we were downstairs playing Barbies. I'd brought her a little Barbie doll for her little present. And anyway, we were downstairs playing, and oh gosh, she was so funny. And she has a horse named Maximilian or Maximus or something like that. So we had to play Barbies and horses. Anyway, I got to laughing so hard, and she just stops and gets a serious look on her face, and she says, "You're laughing way too loud." So they tell you everything.
Yeah. Really funny.
But anyway.
You have a bedtime story.
Oh, I do have a bedtime story.
I told the coffin joke to my son. He got it a lot faster than I did.
Okay. This is called The Skeleton in the Closet. A very large old building was being torn down to make room for a new skyscraper. Due to its proximity to the other buildings, it could not be imploded and had to be dismantled floor by floor. While working on the 49th floor, 2 construction workers found a human skeleton in a small closet behind the elevator shaft. They decided they should call the police. When the police arrived, the workers led them to the closet and showed them the skeleton. It was fully clothed, covered in cobwebs and dust, and sitting in a crouched position. They all found the sight of the skeleton disturbing and wondered who could it have been and how they wound up in the closet. The police forensics team removed the body, and the demolition of the building was put on hold until the police could figure out the identity of the corpse. 2 days went by, and the construction workers were becoming impatient. They couldn't stand it anymore. They had to know who they had found. They called the police and said, "We are the 2 guys who found the skeleton in the closet, and we want to know who it was." The policeman said, "Well, it's somebody kind of important." "Well, who was it?" they asked. The policeman replied, "The 1956 National Hide-and-Seek champion." Good night. But I was going to say one more thing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. What do you call 2 pretty witches, that could do floss tubes together?
The SABLE stitches.
The broom mates.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Goodbye, you guys.
Bye,
We love
happy
you.
stitching.
Mwah.